We shouldn't pretend that the people of Palestine are not suffering under the yoke of oppression. The world knows it. But some choose to pretend. These are principles we refer to when we speak of Ukraine, but we don't refer to them when we speak of the people of Palestine. It is actually just a bad stain on humanity that we must not forget to constantly refer to the terrible condition of the people of Palestine. The true issue is not the action of Hamas. The true issue is the question of the freedom and justice for people of Palestine. I think it's important, and I'm glad South African media is so open on these questions, that we shouldn't pretend that the people of Palestine are not suffering under the yoke of oppression and occupation. We know this for a fact. The world knows it. But some choose to pretend that this is not the case. It would be intolerable from our perspective that an occupying country be given a presence in the African Union, which implies that that country is acting in terms of all the values and principles elaborated in the Charter of the AU. It's always vital when we discuss this matter to say one of the aspects of the AU Charter is a rejection of imperialism, occupation of any kind, infringement of sovereignty and territorial integrity. These are principles we refer to when we speak of Ukraine, but we don't refer to them when we speak of the people of Palestine. And we're saying, as the African Union, we have a duty to uphold our own charter, nothing else, not a new demand, not a new principle, but actually what exists on paper and has been signed on to by all of us. So I'm saying, let us move from rhetoric to action, but not just us in government. I'm saying us as organized progressive forces of the South. I think we have to continue. That's the one thing that South Africans have learned from their struggle, that you don't give up. You continue to struggle. And that's what in Southern Africa is our common slogan, Aluta Continua. So it's important as minister, but also as our government, as the governing party, the African National Congress, our leadership, President Ramaphosa, we must not forget to constantly refer to the terrible condition of the people of Palestine. It is actually just a bad stain on humanity that such a situation is allowed to go. As we watch buildings being bombed to the ground, people being killed, children dying, people not able to receive care in hospital, that countries can cut off fuel, electricity, food distribution from a people, a whole people, many of whom are not involved in what the issue is said to be about. The true issue is not the action of Hamas. The true issue is the question of the freedom and justice for people of Palestine. And this matter must be addressed if ever we are to have peace in the Middle East.
There you have it, guys. So we know that our African leaders usually are trying their best to comprehend all of the problems, and the circumstances with which Africa has found itself today. And many of these problems can be really complicated. And the best we can actually do is to try to support them, encourage them. And, for those who probably might be going along with the agents of imperialism and colonialism, to help them, through our comments here and, our thoughts, come to their senses and try to acknowledge the fact that Africa should be built for Africans, and that Africans should have the right to decide their own destinies. And so that's why these speeches, I try to capture these speeches and post them here on Kwazemi. So the least we could do is to share our thoughts in the comments. So whatever you think, whatever thoughts you have about this speech, share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please share and like and subscribe, because that's the way you support Kwazemi as a channel, an Afrocentric channel, where we try to understand deeper issues in African history and hopefully develop a collective intelligence on how we wish to build the Africa we want to see as people of Africa. See you in the next one.